Competitive COD League fans, how are we doing? My name is Franz and welcome back to the channel. Guys, it was a very interesting day of matches today. A lot of interesting stuff to unpack here. Starting off with this accuracy map 1 to 3 kills. We went for the more. Unfortunately, this is the only prop we did not hit today, and he did go for that under. Unfortunately, Seattle kind of had their way with FaZe today. FaZe did not show out in that control like I was expecting them to, and that's where we needed accuracy to hit. We needed like 11 more kills in that control, and the control went 3-0. So if you saw 3-2 there, and each round was very close, I feel like accuracy could have got there. So unfortunately, that's just COD, man. That's just COD, and we take the under there instead of the over probably next time. Maybe accuracy's not going to be playing up to that level he was earlier in this stage. Moving on from there, we do lock up Shotzzy here on the map for kills. Like I was saying, he does ramp up his play towards the end of series. They wanted to close this out in 4 after losing that control in the game 5 or the round 5 fashion like they did. So Shotzzy turned up in that map 4, and if you looked at the map 1 kills, Hook and Shotzzy both didn't hit their over. So the map 4 was essential here, and it did go through. Next up, we went for Yuli here on the map 3 kills. We went the under, and of course, that does indeed hit. Love to see Yuli hitting, and it only just by 1 kill. We were sweating that control, boys. It just barely squeaked through. He did not show up in that final round. He had like 17 going into the final round and couldn't squeak 3 kills. So we do take that under. TJ Haley here, I was expecting a round 5 or a game 5 S&D. Unfortunately, Florida kind of choked in that second hard point. It was 247 to 250. They had an opportunity to close it out and they choked. So unfortunately, they did not end up pushing that to a game 5, and TJ ended up here with a do not play. But guys, let me tell you, with these do not plays, a lot of people were like, oh my god, no, it went do not play. But it actually kind of can work out in your favor sometimes, especially in this play here. We went 4 out of 5 and we bank $100. For instance, if this did go to a map 5 and TJ has an absolute stinker, we go 4 out of 6 here and we only bank $20 here. So we end up actually kind of liking this do not play, especially with accuracy not performing as he does. That's why we go for these 6-man props, because there is a lot of versatility, especially when you throw in these map 4 or map 5 kills, because it may not go that distance and you kind of just get out of a free prop because there is potential that it doesn't actually hit. So that's kind of the analysis there, or kind of the reason why we go for a couple of these map 5s. Next up here, we went for Capsidal on the more on map 1 to 3 kills. This did indeed hitting because this is the main slayer for this team. He popped off in all 3 game modes. I was expecting a more here, and that easily hit was 63. He went 9 over, so that's beautiful. And then Priesta, we went the under with map 1 to 3 kills against London. I mean, Priesta has been playing pretty poor in this stage. However, we went the under here because they were playing a very slow, very weak London team right now. So that was pretty much a lock. All right, guys, jumping right into the prop here. We're going to go Assault on the map 1 to 3 kills. We are going to take the under here. I know this is a very low line for Assault. However, I do believe it's in this Thieves match that he does put up kind of a stinker, and I'm kind of expecting the same result against a very hot Seattle team. Obviously, they just took out FaZe 3-0, so we are going to take the under here for Assault. Really, guys, you can take any player you want here. You could go Arcides with the under. You could even go Exceed. I might not go Joe. He takes a respawn the distance with his kills, so maybe not go Joe Deceives. However, I would look at Assault or Arcides for this under. And it's kind of just a risk who you think's gonna have a poor performance in this series, and I'm going to predict that it's Assault. So I'm gonna go under map 1 to 3 kills for Assault here. But yeah, really just pick your poison, guys. Any of these players, I feel like it's gonna be a 3-0 for Seattle here. So kind of that's what the thought process is there. Next up, we're gonna go for, I'm feeling Pred here, guys. Map 2 Pred on the more in S&D. He just hit 13 in this last Atlanta S&D. He was hitting, I think, in another 13 palm against, let's see who it was, because I'm not remembering exactly. Yeah, it was against Florida. He had another big S&D performance. I mean, the guy's just playing really well in S&D, and he kind of just takes those routes, plays these corners, and he just ends up getting a lot of kills for them in S&D. So I do like the 7 line here for Pred in S&D. And if it does go 7-7 split, it will kind of count as a do not play as well. So keep an eye out for that, because you could get away with something there. If you hit the 7, it'll just be 7 out of 7. I'm pretty sure that just turns into a do not play. So keep in mind of that. Next up here, guys, we're going back to Old Faithful here, the old rookie of this team, Fame. We're going to go the under on map 1 to 3 kills. I really like this line at 47.5. I'm surprised they're giving him this high of a line, so I'm going to take it pretty much every time. If you go to their recent stats against, what was it? Who'd they play? Good old Atlanta FaZe. He dropped, 13 in the first, 5 in the second, and then 21. So he had, around 37 there. So he's dropping about 10 under against FaZe. And this is another strong team in the LA Thieves. So I do expect this to be an under. Next up, guys, I saw a very good line here for the map 1 kills in good old Envoy. Guys, Envoy kind of had a rough series last series against Optic Texas. However, the weeks in these stages, he's been putting on an absolute show. So I do expect Envoy to kind of turn it around here in this map 1 against Minnesota. He's like, I'm just going to pop off. I feel it coming. Map 1 kills, we're going to go the more at 23.5. I do believe this line will go up. So guys, make sure to lock it in now, because I do believe this line will go up to 24.5. Probably tomorrow will probably boost up. So definitely taking this at 23.5. And then a very similar pick here for Boston is also going to be Nero, but we're going to take a map 4 kills for Nero. Nero's another one of those guys, kind of like Shotzzy, who has those slower starts to games. However, when he's in the nicks and crannies of the series, he tends to pop off. So we're going to go map 4 here over on Nero. I do like this line at 23.5, similar with the Envoy. Both of these slayers of the team, their line should bump up to 24.5. That's why we like to take them early here at 23.5. Next up here, guys, and the final prop of this 6-man slip. This one's tough, guys. It's very tough because it's either going to be Priesta or Skies, and I'm just going to take a map 1 kills. I feel like just one of these guys is going to have a slow performance in this map 1 kills. If we go to recent statistics, New York here against Optic, it was indeed good old Skies and Priesta. They both went the under, so keep in mind in that they're kind of both hitting that under mark. They're both pretty slower AR heavy, and it's just kind of Hydra picking up a lot of the kills on this team. So what is it here? We have Skies with 22 and then Priesta with 11. So this time Skies does hit it, and then Priesta does hit the under. So it's kind of just pick your poison, who you want to go under on. I'm kind of leaning towards Skies because Priesta kind of had a bad series last series, so I'm thinking they switch and Skies has the worst series and Priesta has the better series. That's kind of my thought process. However, you could definitely go Priesta with the under, and it probably is and will end up hitting. Either one of these plays I do really like here in the map 1 kills. I'm going to go with Skies here. I do think he's just going to be that position AR in this upcoming hard point, and he will take the under here at 20.5. It is pretty low of a line. However, I do think we lock it. All right, guys, that is the 6-man prop for Sunday's matches coming up this April 16th. We have Assault here on the under in map 1 to 3 kills, Pred on the over in map 2 kills, Fame on the under in map 1 to 3, Envoy in the over in map 1, Nero on the over in map 4, and then Skies in the under. Ooh, that says map 4. We're going to change that actually to a map 1. We're going to go Skies on the under. Boom, bada, boom. I do really feel good about this prop, guys. I'm feeling like it could be a lock. I'm not sure if we'll go 6 for 6. 6 for 6 is very hard to go for, or very hard to hit every single time, but we've been doing very well this weekend. I'm very happy about that. So I'm actually going to drop 60 here just in case, guys. We could potentially bank 1,500. That would be absolutely insane, as I am probably trying to pay off some cheeky college loans with this. Last thing here is these are my predictions. This is my analysis, my thought process. And if you guys want to, you want to follow along, I'm happy for you to follow along. However, if we don't hit it, sorry, man, you lost your money. Hope you hit it next time. You are copying someone else's props. So if you don't hit, I'm sorry to you, man. This is just my analysis. And if you want to, hit better props, you could, check out your own research. It's all on breakingpoint.gg. This is where I find all my statistics, is where I kind of go through my whole analysis and kind of my thought process. And you are welcome to do the same. It's all on Breaking Point. I love these discussions I have in the comments with people that are invested in the CDL, because I do love having those discussions. But if you are just tailing, I fine with that. I do appreciate all your support. However, if we don't hit, guys, it's all good. We'll ride the next one. This is why we go for these 6-mans, because it is a huge payout. That's why you bet like a cheeky 50, so you are able to go big. But if you don't hit big, you're going to lose that money, man. I'm sorry. Just deal with it. All right. Move on and go for the next pick. All right, guys, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for staying to the end of the video. If you did, I really appreciate all the support on the TikTok, the Twitch, the YouTube, the Twitter. Make sure you guys get those follows in, as we're just going to be pumping it out on content on all the socials. So just stay tuned. We're really going to be getting it out. I want to do some live streams where we're like going through each prop as it's happening. I'm watching it or something. However, you do need rights on YouTube to get, or rights on Twitch as well, from CDL to watch the series on your personal stream. So still grinding for those. Hope we can get those pretty soon. But thank you so much for following along. I really appreciate all the support on all the socials, and I'll see you guys on the next prop. Peace.